Good morning. I'm Faye Thompson. This morning we're going to do a macaroni and cheese recipe. And the reason I want to do this before Christmas is a lot of times, even though we had all this food at Christmas time, our young children like macaroni and cheese, so I would fix macaroni and cheese for them. Now this recipe is a little different from what I have fixed. I've been working on it because I wanted to change some things, and I hope that if you try this, I hope you enjoy it because I really like this. I think it's a keeper. Some of you have asked me about recipes. Every food that we cook here, we put the recipe on YouTube. I know sometimes when I'm watching a cooking show, it's hard for me to follow the directions by watching it because they'll go too fast sometimes for me, old as I am. Okay, let's get on with our macaroni and cheese. The first thing we're going to do is take a 9 by 13 casserole and we're going to spray it. We're going to put 2 cups of Elbow Macaroni, and it has about 2 quarts of water in it, and we want to bring that to a boil and put a little salt in it. We're going to heat this pan and we're going to put a little bacon in this. There's about 4 or 5 slices of bacon here, and I cut it up real small. You want to start adding your other ingredients just before it starts getting crispy. Every once in a while you want to stir your noodles just a little bit because they might have a tendency to stick to the bottom just a little, but most of the time after you've stirred them the first time, you won't have any trouble with them. So we'll just leave that. We're going to cook that about 10 minutes. We're going to make it's really a roux. In the Delta of Arkansas, we call it gravy, but but I guess the correct name is roux. I remember one time I had a friend, she wanted me to go to a French cooking class with her. Now, this is way back when I hadn't been married too long. The teacher got up and said that she was fixing to make a roux. Well, she started out as just like we make gravy, and I told that lady with me, I said, you know, that's the way we make gravy. She laughed at me over that. Okay, our bacon is ready. I had to change pans. The other was sticking a little bit, and you sure don't want that. So we're going to add a half a stick of butter. And I'm going to add a half a cup of bacon grease. And all that is a base for your roux. This is called a bechamel sauce too. I put a half a cup of flour in this. Now we're going to put salt and pepper to taste. I like quite a bit of pepper in this. Just brown this a little bit. Now we don't want it real brown. We want it kind of white gravy. So a roux, I should have said. Can't get the South out of me. Now the next thing we're going to do is add milk to that, and it's going to thicken it up. And we have, I believe, 4. Let me see how much milk. 5 cups of milk. We got 5 cups of milk that we're going to put in here, and that flour and butter and bacon grease will that'll all thicken up. The macaroni is finished cooking. I'm going to take it to the sink and put it in a colander and drain it. That's hot. We're going to take our roux and put it over in this pan. So we'll have plenty of room for the macaroni and cheese and all the things that go in it. We've got to get this a little bit thicker. I'm going to need to stir this, stay with it pretty close till it gets a little thicker. Now, I think that's thick enough to put our cheese in it. So we're going to put our cheese in it. I have shredded the Gruyere cheese, and we have 4 different kind of cheeses here. We have sharp cheddar cheese, we have a Gruyere, we have Velveeta, and we have a Kobe Jack cheese, a cup of each. So we've got 4 cups of cheese here, and we're going to pour this in here and let that get mixed up. Now the only one that I shredded was a Gruyere. The other I just bought already shredded. It's better if you shred your own cheese, I know, but now we're going to put this in here until it's melted. It looks like that's doing real good. It's melting real fast. Okay, I think I'm going to turn the heat off right now. We're going to put a half a cup of sour cream, and I'm just going to guess at it. This is my own recipe. I love macaroni and cheese. My little great-grandchildren like macaroni and cheese. Now we're ready to add our cooked macaroni. This was 4 cups, cooked in 2 quarts of water, a little salt, and we drained it, and now, okay, we're going to take a little extra cheese and sprinkle on the top. It won't make any difference. We might mix them up a little bit. We'll shred a little bit of the Gruyere cheese on it. We're going to add some French crispy fried onions. Put them in a Ziploc bag and rolled a rolling pin over them and chopped them up a little bit finer. I really like this on top. It gives it that onion taste. You know, some people put onions in your macaroni and cheese, but I just thought one day, you know, I bet that would be good. And I tried it, and sure enough it was. So I think that's about enough. We're going to put this in a preheated 350 degree oven, and it cooks for 30 minutes. Ooh, it really looks good. It's a beautiful dish. Okay, our macaroni and cheese has finished cooking, and it really looks delicious. This is going to thicken up as it gets cooler, but I don't like a real thick macaroni and cheese anyway, and I think you're really going to like this recipe. Our macaroni and cheese casserole is finished, and I do hope you try this, and I hope you enjoy it. It's a kind of a new recipe to me. I just added a lot of stuff I thought sounded good. So I hope you try it, and I hope I see you on another video. Thank you for watching.